What's up, everyone? Welcome to Among the Fence. My name is Aaron, and it's time for New Music Friday, where I take a look at some of the upcoming releases coming out throughout the week of July 21st. And as always, if I miss something that you're looking forward to, or if there's something you want me to review, leave a comment below letting me know what it is, and I can make that happen for you. And if you enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a like. That helps out so much with YouTube's algorithm. It will keep my videos in your recommended section on YouTube. And even if you're subscribed and you don't interact with my videos, eventually they'll trickle out because YouTube just doesn't think that you're interested in them if you don't interact with them. So yeah, if you want to continue to see my videos, and even if you disagree with me and you want to continue seeing it, give it a dislike, because that even counts apparently, because YouTube can't tell the difference between a like or a dislike. But anyways, let's talk about some new music. First up is Johnny Booth with their new album, Moments Elsewhere. This is one of my favorite bands that I actually discovered when somebody requested I did a review on their last album, Firsthand Accounts, which I enjoyed a lot. And out of maybe 350 reviews I've done so far, this is one of 20 that I still go back to and listen to basically once a week, even today. The new singles go super hard. The production seems to have cleaned up quite a bit, and I'm really enjoying kind of like the softer moments on the singles. I wouldn't call them soft, but they're definitely softer than what we're used to, while still having a lot of aggression. I'm very much excited for this. I'm also excited for the new Cultists album titled Slow Suicide. This is their sophomore album, and I would consider their first album to be more of an EP with just 7 songs and 22 minutes long. But this album comes out sounding like it's going to be quite a bit heavier with a darker atmosphere. I believe that this is a Christian band, kind of along the lines of like impending doom, with a little bit more of a beatdown quality to it. We have a new single from Beartooth titled Might Love Myself. I was really let down by their last album, Below. It just felt like a compilation of radio hits, and it's really hard for bands not to go down that road, especially since it seems to do so well for bands within that genre. It becomes more popular, they make a lot of money, and it seems to be taking off more and more, and that's kind of what I expect this single to be, is just another really good sounding, rock solid radio hit. We also have a new single from Silent Planet titled Antimatter. This is one of the album of the year contenders for 2021, and they're finally making music again. I feel like this is one of the bands that everybody's always sitting around and waiting and anticipating for them to release some new stuff, and they seem to constantly be improving their sound. Like if you listen to their first album all the way to their last, it might not be your favorite. One of the albums in between might be your favorite, but at the same time, they always sound like Silent Planet, and there's always something on there for basically every fan to listen to. And I feel like they're the perfect evolution of a band that hasn't like completely changed their sound. We also have a new single from Sylosis titled A Sign of Things to Come. I feel like these guys have been going really hard lately. The singles, honestly, they haven't really been doing it for me too much, if I'm going to be honest. They're usually more of a deep cuts kind of band for me. I'm not really a singles guy in general, but this band seems to really not get me too excited when they start releasing stuff. All this really means for me is I'm just more excited that the new album is closer to coming out. Code Orange is releasing a new single titled Take Shape featuring Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins. It's kind of a weird and unexpected feature, but it actually makes sense the more I think about it. This band has been growing on me a lot lately, especially listening to their older stuff, but the stuff that's making me fall in love with them seems to be dissipating within their newer albums, if that makes sense. I'm definitely looking forward to some new music now that I'm more of a fan of the band, but I'm kind of on the edge of being excited for this because the last couple new stuff, it just hasn't been hitting quite the same. But I am kind of interested to see what Billy Corgan can bring to their sound. We also have a new single from Humanity's Last Breath titled Passage. This is one of the most like underrated death metal bands that even I sleep on, and I tend to forget. So it's always really exciting to see them drop some new music. Their last album, Valde, I believe that's how it's pronounced, was just absolutely insane, and I need so much more of that. We also have a new single from Upon a Burning Body titled An Insatiable Hunger. A lot of people didn't like their last album, Fury, but I absolutely loved it. I just enjoyed it so much, had the right amount of groove to it, and it was really catchy. It had some of the most, I don't know, I guess you could say catchiest moments out of their entire discography, which I could kind of see why people wouldn't like that. I just wish that they would lean a little bit more into the heaviness, just a little bit more, just because if you're going to be catchy and you're too catchy, it does come off sounding very radio-like and just really easy to digest. And I want the heaviness that they used to bring to it. So I really hope that we get that on this new single. Hollow Front is releasing a new single titled Letting Go. This was kind of the opposite for me. A lot of people loved their last album and it just wasn't really for me. It was too generic sounding. They did have a really good sound and I did enjoy some of the more, I guess, not quite as popular songs that were on the album. And I do have high hopes because of that, because I know what they're capable of. I know that they have it in them to write an absolute banger. I don't know if the single is going to really show that side of them. I highly doubt it. And also, I heard a rumor, it might be true, it might not be, that their clean vocalist has left the band, so I'm not sure how much that's going to really affect them. I'm sure, you know, the single and upcoming album and stuff has already been kind of figured out in terms of that. But leaning forward for the band, I don't know what the future is going to hold for them. We also have a new single from Citizen titled If You're Lonely. Much like Code Orange, I had a really hard time getting into this band because it was just a little hard for me to understand what they were trying to do and really appreciate their music. But it's grown on me a lot and I absolutely love them. I've been listening to them more and more as I'm getting into it, especially like their older stuff. But their newer stuff is really good. And I'm just so much looking forward, again, like Code Orange, to new music, especially since I do like their newer stuff. And now that I'm kind of a new fan of theirs, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'll probably be doing a review, maybe not on the single, but I'm definitely looking forward to the album. And that is it for New Music Friday. I feel like we covered a lot of ground here, but again, if there's anything that I missed or if there's something you're wanting me to do a review on, please leave a comment below letting me know what it is so me and everybody else can discover new music and I can make a review happen for you. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. Again, it helps me so much with the algorithm. And if you want to help support me and my channel, please consider subscribing and ringing the bell icon. Doing all that stuff is just absolutely amazing, and I appreciate you guys more than you could ever imagine. Just thank you so much for even taking time out of your day to listen to me sit here and talk about music. And I hope you have a good rest of your day or night whenever you have me watching this, and I will talk to you guys next time.
I was just an ignorant kid relying on my parents' said to save me.